69. I, 1 and 8, 18. N, 4 and 2, 42. B, on its own, 5. G, 5 and 0, 50. B, on its own, 6. B, on its own, 3. N, 3 and 6, 36. B, 1 and 3, 13. G, 5 and 9, 59. I, 1 and 7, 17. G, 5 and 4, 54. N, 3 and 5, 35. G, 5 and 7, 57. G, 5 and 1, 51.
Bingo!
Any more?
Bingo!
Phenomenal! Super duper! Eyes down for a blackout. N, 3 and 2, 32. B, all the ones, 11. B, 1 and 0, 10. B, 1 and 4, 14. O, 6 and 1, 61. O, 7 and 1, 71. G, 4 and 7, 47. N, 3 and 1, 31. O, 7 and 2, 72. O, 6 and 2, 62. B, 1 and 2, 12. I, 2 and 5, 25. I, 1 and 9, 19. G, 4 and 6, 46. N, all the threes, 33. O, all the sixes, 66. B, on its own, 8. O, 7 and 5, 75. G, 6 and 0, 60. O, 6 and 5, 65. N, 4 and 3, 43. G, 4 and 9, 49. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 2 and 1, 21. B, 1 and 5, 15. O, 6 and 8, 68. G, all the fives, 55. I, 2 and 4, 24. G, 4 and 8, 48. I, 2 and 8, 28. B, on its own, 9. N, 3 and 9, 39. Anyone else? Well done! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is B. All the ones, 11. G. 5 and 0, 50. O. 6 and 9, 69. O. 7 and 4, 74. B. On its own, 2. N. All the threes, 33. O. 6 and 8, 68. O. 7 and 0, 70. O. 6 and 5, 65. N. 3 and 7, 37. N. 3 and 8, 38. I. 2 and 1, 21. I. 2 and 6, 26. B. 1 and 3, 13. N. 3 and 5, 35. G. 4 and 9, 49. I. 2 and 7, 27. B. 1 and 4, 14. O. 6 and 3, 63. I. 2 and 3, 23. N. 4 and 3, 43. G. 4 and 6, 46. G. 5 and 8, 58. G. All the fives, 55. I. 1 and 8,
Bingo!
18. Anyone else?
Bingo!
Splendid! Hear, hear. Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. N. 4 and 5, 45. I. 1 and 6, 16. B. On its own, 1. N. 3 and 1, 31. B. On its own, 7. N. 3 and 2, 32. I. 1 and 7, 17. G. 4 and 8, 48. B. 1 and 2, 12. N. 4 and 2, 42. N, all the fours, 44. O, 6 and 7, 67. B, 1 and 5, 15. O, 7 and 5, 75. N, 4 and 1, 41. G, 5 and 4, 54. O, 6 and 2, 62. I, all the twos, 22. O, 6 and 4, 64. B, on its own, 6. I, 3 and 0, 30. G, 5 and 2, 52. I, 2 and 0, 20. O, 7 and 1, 71. I, 1 and 9, 19. I, 2 and 9, 29. G, 5 and 3, 53. B, 1 and 0, 10. B, on its own, 9.
Lime.
Any others? Super duper! Eyes down for a blackout. G, 5 and 6, 56. O, 6 and 1, 61. O, 7 and 2, 72. O, all the sixes, 66. B, on its own, 4. N, 3 and 6, 36. G, 6 and 0, 60. I, 2 and 5, 25. B, on its own, 8. N, 4 and 0, 40.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Well done! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is G, 5 and 3, 53. I, 2 and 8, 28. N, 3 and 6, 36. B. On its own, 5. I. 1 and 7, 17. I. 2 and 7, 27. O. 6 and 3, 63. I. 2 and 1, 21. N. 3 and 7, 37. I. 2 and 3, 23. B. On its own, 6. B. On its own, 1. B. 1 and 0, 10. B. On its own, 3. G. 5 and 1, 51. G. 4 and 6, 46. N. 3 and 9, 39. B. On its own, 2. B. 1 and 5, 15.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. N. 3 and 2, 32. N. 3 and 4, 34. I. 3 and 0, 30. G. 5 and 0, 50. O. 7 and 2, 72. I. 2 and 6, 26. I. 2 and 0, 20. I. 2 and 4, 24. G. 4 and 9, 49. O. 6 and 8, 68. I. 1 and 6, 16. G. 6 and 0, 60. O. 6 and 9, 69. I. 1 and 8, 18. O. 6 and 1, 61. O. 7 and 3, 73. G. 5 and 6, 56. B. On its own, 9. N. 4 and 1, 41. O. 7 and 1, 71. B. On its own, 4. N. 3 and 5, 35. B. 1 and 2, 12. O. 6 and 4, 64. I. All the 2s, 22. N. 4 and 3, 43. O. 6 and 7, 67. G. 4 and 7, 47. B. All the 1s, 11. O. 7 and 5,
Bingo!
75. Any more? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. I. 1 and 9, 19. I, 2 and 9, 29. I, 2 and 5, 25. O, 7 and 4, 74. B, 1 and 4, 14. B, 1 and 3, 13. N, 4 and 5, 45. N, all the fours, 44. N, 3 and 1, 31. N, 3 and 8, 38. N, 4 and 0, 40. G, 5 and 2, 52. G, 5 and 8, 58. G, 5 and 9, 59. O, 6 and 5, 65. N, 4 and 2, 42. O, 7 and 0, 70.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! Thank you for playing, everyone. The next game will start soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is N, 4 and 2, 42. I, 1 and 8, 18. G, 5 and 8, 58. G, 5 and 0, 50. O, 6 and 4, 64. B, 1 and 2, 12. I, 2 and 1, 21. O, 7 and 0, 70. G, 5 and 2, 52. I, 2 and 9, 29. N, 4 and 1, 41. B, 1 and 0, 10. B, 1 and 5, 15. I, 2 and 8, 28. I, 1 and 6, 16. I, 1 and 9, 19. G, 5 and 9, 59.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Splendid! eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. B, on its own, 2. B, on its own, 5. O, 7 and 2, 72. O, 6 and 9, 69. B, on its own, 8. O, all the sixes, 66. N, 4 and 0, 40. G, 4 and 6, 46. G, 5 and 4, 54. B, all the ones, 11. O, 6 and 8, 68. G, 6 and 0, 60. I, 2 and 0, 20. O, 7 and 1, 71. B, on its own, 7. N, all the fours, 44. O, 7 and 4, 74. I, 2 and 6, 26. I, 2 and 7, 27. G, 5 and 1, 51. O, 6 and 5, 65. N, 3 and 1, 31. O, 6 and 2, 62. B, 1 and 4, 14. B, 1 and 3, 13. B, on its own, 9. I, 2 and 4, 24. N, all the threes, 33. I, 2 and 5, 25. B, on its own, 6.
Bingo!
Any more? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. N, 3 and 5, 35. G, 5 and 7, 57. N, 3 and 7, 37. B, on its own, 3. G, 5 and 3, 53. G, all the fives, 55. O, 6 and 7, 67. G, 4 and 8, 48. B, on its own, 4. N, 3 and 2, 32. I, 3 and 0, 30. G, 4 and 7, 47. N, 4 and 5, 45. I, 1 and 7, 17. O, 6 and 3, 63. N, 4 and 3, 43. N, 3 and 8, 38. N, 3 and 6, 36. N, 3 and 4, 34. B, on its own, 1. O, 6 and 1.
Bingo!
Bingo!
61.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. Congratulations! And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is 6 and 5, 65. 6 and 1, 61. 2 and 7, 27. 4 and 9, 49. 4 and 2, 42. 3 and 8, 38. 5 and 3, 53. 1 and 4, 14. 5 and 4, 54. All the sixes, 66. 6 and 4, 64. 7 and 3, 73. All the fours, 44. 5 and 9, 59. 7 and 4, 74. 1 and 9, 19. 7 and 0, 70.
Line.
Anyone else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. 2 and 8, 28. 2 and 1, 21. B, on its own, 2. 3 and 1, 31. 2 and 3, 23. 6 and 8, 68. 7 and 1, 71. 4 and 7, 47. B, on its own, 3. B, 1 and 3, 13. N. 3 and 7, 37. B. 1 and 5, 15. N. 4 and 3, 43. B. On its own, 6. I. 1 and 6, 16. B. On its own, 1. I. 1 and 8, 18. I. All the 2's, 22. G. All the 5's, 55. I. 2 and 9, 29. I. 3 and 0, 30. G. 5 and 6, 56. O. 6 and 9, 69.
Bingo!
Any more? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. G. 4 and 8, 48. O. 7 and 2, 72. G. 5 and 2, 52. N. 3 and 6, 36. N. 4 and 0, 40. N. 3 and 4, 34. G. 5 and 1, 51. I. 2 and 4, 24. G. 4 and 6, 46. O. 6 and 3, 63. B. 1 and 0, 10. G. 6 and 0, 60. N. 3 and 5, 35. O. 6 and 2, 62. G. 5 and 7, 57. I. 2 and 5, 25. G. 5 and 8, 58. B. 1 and 2, 12. N. 4 and 1, 41. G. 5 and 0, 50. B. All the 1's, 11. N. 3 and 9, 39. B. On its own, 4. I. 2 and 6, 26.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! Thank you for playing, everyone. The next game will start soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is N. 3 and 7, 37. G. 5 and 6, 56. I. 1 and 8, 18. B. 1 and 4, 14. G. 5 and 3, 53. O. 6 and 1, 61. B. 1 and 2, 12. B. All the ones, 11. B. On its own, 6. O. 7 and 5, 75. B. On its own, 9. O. 6 and 8, 68. I. 3 and 0, 30. O. All the sixes, 66. B. On its own, 2. G. 4 and 7, 47. O. 6 and 9, 69. B. On its own, 7.
Line.
Anyone else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. O. 6 and 3, 63. N. 4 and 1, 41. G. 5 and 9, 59. G. 5 and 1, 51. N. 3 and 8, 38. B. On its own, 1. G. 4 and 8, 48. I. 2 and 7, 27. N. All the threes, 33. B. 1 and 0, 10. B. On its own, 8. B. 1 and 5, 15. I. 2 and 6, 26. G. 5 and 0, 50. O. 7 and 3, 73. I. 2 and 3, 23. O. 6 and 2, 62. I. 2 and 5, 25. O. 7 and 1, 71. O. 6 and 5, 65. N. 3 and 4, 34. I. 1 and 7, 17. O. 6 and 7, 67. O. 7 and 4, 74. G. 6 and 0,
Bingo!
60. Any more? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. I. 1 and 6, 16. N, 4 and 0, 40. I, 2 and 4, 24. N, 3 and 9, 39. G, 4 and 9, 49. N, all the 4s, 44. B, on its own, 3. O, 6 and 4, 64. N, 4 and 2, 42. I, all the 2s, 22. G, 4 and 6, 46. I, 1 and 9, 19. N, 3 and 2, 32. N, 4 and 3, 43. N, 3 and 5, 35. N, 3 and 1, 31. I, 2 and 1, 21. I, 2 and 0,
Bingo!
20. Anybody else? Well done. Well done. And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck. Our first number is N, all the 3s, 33. N, 4 and 0, 40. G, 4 and 6, 46. I, 3 and 0, 30. O, all the 6s, 66. O, 7 and 2, 72. B, 1 and 4, 14. O, 7 and 5, 75. I, 2 and 4, 24. B, on its own, 2. O, 6 and 3, 63. B, on its own, 9. N, 3 and 1, 31. O, 6 and 4, 64.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern, and then a blackout. G, 5 and 2, 52. O, 7 and 3, 73. I, 1 and 9, 19. G, 4 and 8, 48. G, 4 and 9, 49. O, 6 and 2, 62. G, 5 and 1, 51. I, 2 and 6, 26. I, 2 and 1, 21. O, 7 and 0, 70. O, 6 and 9, 69. I, 1 and 8, 18. N, 3 and 7, 37. B, on its own, 1. N, 4 and 1, 41. G, 5 and 4, 54. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 2 and 3, 23. B, 1 and 2, 12. B, on its own, 6. I, all the 2's, 22. O, 6 and 8, 68. G, all the 5's, 55. G, 5 and 9, 59. I, 1 and 7, 17. B, on its own, 3. B, all the 1's, 11.
Bingo!
Any more? Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. I, 2 and 8, 28. B, on its own, 7. I, 1 and 6, 16. O, 7 and 1, 71. G, 4 and 7, 47. G, 5 and 6, 56. G, 6 and 0, 60. I, 2 and 9, 29. N, 3 and 9, 39. N, 4 and 2, 42. N, 3 and 5, 35. B, 1 and 0, 10. G, 5 and 0, 50. G, 5 and 8, 58. O, 7 and 4, 74. I, 2 and 0, 20. G, 5 and 7, 57. B, on its own, 4. I, 2 and 5, 25. B, on its own, 8. B, 1 and 3, 13.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! Thank you for playing, everyone! The next game will start soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo! Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck! Our first number is N. 4 and 3, 43. O. 7 and 0, 70. N. 3 and 1, 31. I. All the twos, 22. G. 4 and 6, 46. N. 4 and 5, 45. N. 3 and 6, 36. I. 1 and 9, 19. G. 5 and 8, 58. O. 7 and 3, 73. I. 3 and 0, 30. G. All the fives, 55. B. On its own, 2.
Bingo!
Else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern and then a blackout. I. 2 and 5, 25. B. 1 and 5, 15. I. 2 and 6, 26. B. On its own, 8. N. 3 and 7, 37. N. 4 and 0, 40. G. 5 and 1, 51. I. 2 and 8, 28. N. 3 and 4, 34. G. 5 and 7, 57. G. 5 and 2, 52. I. 2 and 1, 21. B. On its own, 4. I. 1 and 7, 17. N. 3 and 5, 35. I. 2 and 3, 23. O. 6 and 3, 63. O. 7 and 1, 71. B. On its own, 1. I. 2 and 9, 29. O. 6 and 2, 62. O, 6 and 8, 68. N, 3 and 9, 39. N, all the threes, 33. B, 1 and 0, 10. I, 2 and 7, 27. B, 1 and 2, 12. O, 7 and 4, 74. O, 6 and 5, 65. G, 6 and 0, 60. N, 3 and 8, 38. Any more?
9.
Phenomenal. Super duper. Eyes down for a blackout. I, 2 and 0, 20. O, 6 and 7, 67. O, 7 and 5, 75. O, all the sixes, 66. N, 4 and 1, 41. N, 3 and 2, 32. B, on its own, 9. G, 4 and 7, 47. I, 2 and 4, 24. O, 6 and 4, 64. B, on its own, 3. B, 1 and 4, 14. N, all the fours, 44. O, 6 and 9, 69. I, 1 and 8, 18. B, on its own, 6. G, 4 and 8,
Bingo!
48. Anyone else? Well done. And that's the end of the game. More bingo coming up soon. Ready for some bingo? Here we go with American Bingo. Eyes down for a line, then the pattern, and finally a blackout. Good luck. Our first number is O, 6 and 1, 61. N, 3 and 1, 31. G, all the fives, 55. I, 2 and 4, 24. N, 3 and 2, 32. N, 3 and 5, 35. O, all the sixes, 66. B, 1 and 2, 12.
Bingo!
Anyone else? Splendid! Eyes down for the pattern and then a blackout. G, 5 and 6, 56. B, 1 and 0, 10. G, 4 and 9, 49. I, all the twos, 22. I, 1 and 9, 19. B, on its own, 7. N, 4 and 1, 41. O, 7 and 1, 71. O, 6 and 5, 65. I, 2 and 1, 21. I, 2 and 8, 28. B, on its own, 2. O, 7 and 5, 75. G, 4 and 6, 46. I, 2 and 0, 20. N, 4 and 0, 40. I, 1 and 7, 17. N, 3 and 8, 38. I, 2 and 5, 25. B, on its own, 1. B, on its own, 6. Any more?
Bingo!
Phenomenal! Eyes down for a blackout. G, 5 and 0, 50. G, 4 and 7, 47. N, 4 and 3, 43. O, 6 and 3, 63. O, 7 and 4, 74. B, 1 and 3, 13. N, 3 and 7, 37. N, 4 and 5, 45. G, 5 and 8, 58. G, 5 and 3, 53. I, 2 and 3, 23. B, on its own, 9. B, all the ones, 11. O, 6 and 8, 68. I, 2 and 9, 29. O, 6 and 7, 67. B, on its own, 4. O, 7 and 2, 72. B, on its own, 8. I, 1 and 8, 18. N, 4 and 2, 42. B, 1 and 5, 15. O, 7 and 0, 70. O. 6 and 4, 64. N. 3 and 6, 36. G. 6 and 0, 60. I. 3 and 0, 30. O. 6 and 2, 62. O. 6 and 9, 69. N. All the fours, 44. G. 5 and 4, 54. G. 5 and 2, 52. I. 2 and 7, 27. G. 5 and 7, 57.
Bingo!
Anybody else? Well done! Thank you for playing, everyone. The next game will start soon.